Today we're here to talk to you about diabetes and nutrition, specifically of how we can manage our blood sugar around the holidays. Because as you know, many foods that we eat impact blood sugar. And with diabetes, the biggest rule of thumb that we have is that we can eat anything that we want, but it's about moderation. So we first need to break the foods down that we're eating into what contains something called carbohydrates. We want to look at the total carbohydrates. So as far as other foods that contain carbohydrates, we have fruits, dairy, and we have starchy vegetables, and then of course our grains. So vegetables and beans and broths and soups, you can find them in a low sodium or even a no salt added. And so the first step when you're looking at your label is the serving size. And so if we're eating more than what the serving size lists, we need to multiply or add some of our ingredients so that we really know how much we're actually consuming. And in our normal one, we have sodium, 860 milligrams of sodium per 1 cup. In our reduced sodium, this one has 570 milligrams of sodium per cup. So that's still quite a bit of sodium because the average daily recommended intake for sodium is around 2,300 milligrams of sodium. So we already talked about sodium, but fat can also be something that can keep us heart healthy, which is very important with diabetes, and also to decrease some calories in some of these recipes. So we have serving size, half a cup of the condensed soup. It's going to be 100 calories and 6 grams of fat. I have a healthier option of the same kind of soup that still serving size is half of a cup and 60 calories, so we already see that it's lower in calories, and the total fat is going to be 2 grams. Don't forget about your protein this holiday season. Try and choose leaner cuts of meat if you can, such as chicken, fish, and even some pork. But remember, an easy way to cut out some of the fat that you're consuming is just to not eat the skin, or if the skin is the best part, like in fried chicken, just try and eat part of the skin and not all of it. So let's talk about dessert. So when you're making something like a cobbler, a way to decrease the amount of added sugar that you might add is to use some spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, allspice. So we have some fruit options. We can use fresh fruit, which if we have the time to prepare the fresh fruit, then that's always going to be our better option. As far as other fruits you could use, we have our frozen aisle. So just try and choose the frozen fruits that don't have any syrups or sugar added to them. Your other option is canned fruit. So you can choose them packed in 100% fruit juice. There's also most of the time a light syrup, which would be your next best option. Remember, also in the holiday season, keep checking your blood sugar. It's all about making small changes in what you're willing to do, because that's going to be the biggest tool to impact your health. And last but not least, check with your doctor and make sure that they don't have any specific recommendations for you during this holiday season.